I began my blog site in August with two classes of juniors. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, and I gave myself only about 2 weeks to play with it before I began to implement it in the classroom. I set up the site to be a classroom portal, so each post, each blog that I wrote listed assignments, homework. I also created a page for handouts. I wrote and commented on things that had gone on in class, so students could access the blog site at any time and find out things they had missed or review what we had already done. I then had each student create their own blog site, as we would be blogging about 4 times a week, and I listed and linked those students' blog sites to separate pages that were for each class.
I think there are some improvements that should be made in blogging. I think you should be able to decide what you want to write about instead of listening to someone and following directions on what you should write.
It's easier for me to think up ideas when I'm typing them instead of writing, and it's easier to correct mistakes. It's so much better than keeping a journal and handwriting everything.
Well, blogging is an alright type of thing that it has its good things, but of course it has its bad things. I do feel it is a good way on making someone really think outside the box. The thing I don't like about it is if we have a boring topic, like if we have to do a blog on a quote, it would be a little difficult and will take a little longer than usual to complete the blog.
Honestly, I think blogging is a waste of time. I could be doing more productive things than wasting my time typing away my life on an internet page. However, it can be fun, once in a while when I'm typing about interesting topics. A good thing about blogging is that it allows you to express yourself, writing anything that you could choose to write about. A bad thing is that it could actually be a time-consuming activity. Having more interesting topics would be a good idea in improving blogging.
Some of the good things were that I was able to type my blog out instead of writing it on a piece of paper. Typing is much more easier than writing. Also, we were able to express ourselves and say what we really think about the subject without any marked off points. I thought it was pretty cool. The cons about blogs were actually, if you think about it, there aren't any cons. Overall, it was a good site to write down what we think about the subject and a good way to bring out our creativity.
Well, I think blogging is something different. It's new to me in a way because I've never blogged for a class before.
The good thing about blogging is that we can just freely write about a certain topic and it's basically all opinion. The bad thing is that we always have to bring our laptops. Blogging is pretty cut and dry. You have a topic, you write about it. I personally don't see anything there to improve. Just do it.
Each day, about 90% of the students in my class participated in writing their blogs when they had a blog assignment. Only about 10% waited until they got home or didn't complete their blog in class. I also shared the blog site with the parents on parent-teacher night, and I had an overwhelming response. They were enthusiastic about it, and a lot of them actually used the site to look for homework assignments and to read their students' blogs. As of November 23rd, there have been more than 3,000 hits on the site, and the majority of that, 95% of it, has been coming from Hawaii. So I know that my students are using the site, that they're using it to check their work, that they're using it to read each other's blogs, that they're using it to blog on their own. A couple of students even wrote blogs that I hadn't assigned. So overall, this was a success, and I know that there are still kinks to be worked out. I would love to create a discussion board on the blog site so that we could IM each other and have a conversation one-on-one without having to write and then go back and comment. So I know there are kinks, but overall this was a complete success. So of course I would like to endorse edublogs.org, which is a free site that hosts your blog, and it's the site that I've used, and I'm still learning how to use it, but I think it is just ingenious.